This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers, before I get into this one, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, turn on the post notification bell. And remember to leave a like and drop a comment on the video. Now, here we go. So, with the third T20 all set to get underway later today, we're going to be zooming in on what Captain Pollard had to say in his latest press conference. Now, when questions were asked of the captain regarding our style of play, he had this to say. The fans can expect more big sixes, or the fans can expect more hard hitting. So apparently, the skipper is well aware of our weaknesses when it comes on to not being able to rotate the strike properly, especially in the mid overs. And I mean, we were never expecting them to sacrifice their power hitting just to make sure that they start rotating the strike. We're just asking them to play the game based on the situation or based on what is going on at that time. But the captain was quick to point out that that is their strength as it regards to hitting the ball and things like that. But we just asking people to be more aware of the situation. That is all we are asking for. We're not asking them to stop hitting sixes. No way we could be playing T20 and be asking for that. So Captain Pollard, he didn't shock the question still. He went ahead and he answered them. No, with the series level at one apiece, we will need everything to click, guys, to get the visitors on the back foot. You understand? The mere fact that we're able to outplay them that well in the first T20 and they came back and were able to win the second one to level the series means that they are growing in confidence. They know that they can beat us. You understand? They know that they can beat us, so we just have to make sure that this third T20 we go ahead and do what needs to be done. Now, Pollard was also asked about changing up things a bit as in regards to the bowling department. And he mentioned that Oshane Thomas, Fidel Edwards, and Sheldon Cottrell are all doing well in the nets and can be called on at any point. So a lot of persons were asking about Oshane Thomas and Cottrell. And there you have it, my viewers and subscribers. The captain is letting us know that both of them are working very well in the nets and doing pretty well. He also said that Fidel Edwards, the elder statesman, is also doing pretty well. And persons probably think that we need some firepower to help where the bowling is concerned, because we have a lot of all-rounders in the team. So probably persons think we need an out-and-out quick pace bowler that can really rattle the South Africans. So he made mention that Sheldon Cottrell, Fidel Edwards, and Oshane Thomas, they are all training and they are looking very well. So that is some bit of good news, guys, because we were sort of in the dark as regards to what is happening to Oshane Thomas. I mean, we would have seen him at the end of that Sri Lanka tour doing some work on the ground with the coach, but in terms of his fitness and his ability to play right now, we were sort of in the dark as regards to where he was at. So good to hear that bit of news from the captain. Yeah, man. And going into this game, guys, I am basically going with the same 11. And now is the time that you guys can go ahead and let me know down there in the comment section if you are using the same starting 11 or if you would change things a bit. I mean, where I am concerned, they did pretty well in the first T20. The second one we lost, so I wouldn't change anything. because the same team clicked in the first one, and it's just that we had a poor outing in the second game. So I don't know if you're going to use one failure to change up the chemistry of the team and to break down the team. We just want to ask the batsmen to be more accountable and to be more aware of what they are doing and play each ball on its merit. We don't want people getting straight ball and balls on the half stump and trying to drag them leg side. That doesn't make any sense. So we definitely want people to be more aware of what they are doing. So we're starting with the same 11. Fletcher and Lewis open, Gale at 3, Pooran at 4, probably Pollard at 5 with Russell coming after, Holder, Allen and thing. The only difference is that based on the situation, I might ask Allen to come in a little bit earlier, probably in front of Holder. And this is funny, guys, because we know that Jason Holder is a very good cricketer, but the fact of the matter is that he doesn't seem to be in very good form at the moment. You understand? And this is not me trying to put him on the back bench, and it is not necessarily the case that if Allen comes in front of him, he will definitely tee off and get a lot of runs. But based on what is happening in the last couple of T20s that we would have seen from Allen, we understand that boy probably can give him a couple more deliveries to face. And one could say that probably Jason Ola would be somebody that they might look at to leave out. Not necessarily saying that it will go that way, but if they are going to bring in a pace bowler, then an out and out pace bowler, then probably they will need to drop Jason Holder, because he isn't doing much with the ball at the moment. Generally speaking, he's not bad. And he isn't doing very well with the bat. So it would be between him and probably Dwayne Bravo. And Bravo is bowling pretty well. He isn't really doing anything with the bat either. So if you're going to bring in an out-and-out pace bowler, probably it will be for one of those guys, because Sinclair is playing and he's doing pretty well. Allen is doing pretty well. And persons might say that we don't need 2 spinners, so probably they would think of leaving out Sinclair and bringing in a spinner. But the problem with that is, Sinclair is actually taking wickets, and we know definitely say Allen is going to play. He's taking wickets and he's making runs, so they would be looking at dropping one of the all-rounders. And Holder and Bravo would probably be closer to being dropped than Andre Russell. So in terms of the team selection, guys, as I said, I am definitely going to be working with the same 11 today. But if I pull out a one man and tinker with it a little bit, I probably wouldn't be too surprised. If they go for an out and out strike bowler there, I wouldn't be too surprised to see that. But it's a strong possibility that they might go with the same 11 though, guys. So yeah, man, guys, as I said earlier, it's now time for you to jump in the comment section and let me know what your starting 11 looks like. You would have already heard mine, so just go ahead and let me hear what you guys plan to do with the starting 11 if you want to change anything. And as you can imagine, the keys to victory remain the same, guys. We're asking them for the same thing. Bowlers to be spot on, batsmen to do what they have to do. In the first 2 games, I can't even blame the bowlers. You understand, because they have got the South African. They managed to restrict the South Africans for under 170 on both occasions. And even though they might have started off well in both games, they were able to pull it back. So we would be nice if we would be able to sort of minimize the runs that they are able to score in the first 6 overs. But seeing that it's the power play and all of that, they are going to score runs. So we just need to try and see if we can continue working on those middle overs and the last overs, and just tighten up on the first overs a little bit. You understand? But generally speaking, guys, the team isn't doing too bad. It's just that the batsmen need to correct certain things in order to make sure that they go away with this series, because South Africa, they would have battered us in the test already. So with our strength being in the white ball, we definitely can't let them come and win both series. They can't win test and win white ball series. So we have to try and see if we can nip them. So today would be good to just go out there and get a good win. I am thinking that a couple of persons or a couple of players going to want to come good. People like Pollard, if he gets a chance to bat, he's going to want to come good. Maybe Poor, and if he gets a chance to bat again, he's going to want to do something. And probably Chris Gale gonna want to do something if he gets a chance to bat also. Yeah, you understand. But we are not counting them out, guys. We are not counting them out because the talent is there, and the know-how is there, because these are players that play around the world. They know how to win. So all we have to do is to hope that they will be able to go out there and get the job done at the end of the day. So yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, 1 p.m. Jamaica time, the match will be going on. We won't be able to do a watch along right throughout, but if we are able to come on and do a little watch along in the latter part of the game, then we will do that. Or if we are only able to go live after the game, then we'll probably just go live after the game and just talk a little bit as regards to how the game went in. But that is basically it where cricket is concerned, guys. And just to finish off with a little football, you know how I like to do it, and I like to mix it in. Boy, my team France that I had to win the Euros, they actually fell out yesterday. They played out to a 3-3 draw with Switzerland. And it went down to penalties after the extra time. And Mbappe, the young superstar, he was the one that actually missed his penalty. I am extremely sorry for him, because he's a young player coming through, very, very talented player. And he's not getting a lot of stick because people know that, he's usually very, very good, and, he's young. So people, and he's a likable player. He's a player that most persons like. Can you imagine if Benzema or Pogba would have missed that penalty? Then, it would have been a whole different story. But we are definitely feeling a way that boy France actually fell out. But it is what it is, guys. The Euros are nicing up. I think today we'll be having England versus Germany. That is going to be a good one also. Well, yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, gonna leave this one right here for now. Sports to the bone. Keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment. If you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.